Thank you for joining MaintMax. We're going to show you how you can save time, money, and get more organized. Have less equipment breakdowns and headaches with MaintMax. Okay, so when you're into the software, this is your main screen you typically see. And we'll start by entering a vehicle. Now you can do that with this upper left hand button here with the barcode and start with that, but we're going to just, since it's raining out, it's a little hard to scan that VIN number. We'll hit new vehicle, take a picture, and take a picture of the Cadillac, upload it. We'll put Caddy on there. You can pick a location. Now, since this is at the office, this is office and lot vehicle. License number, barcode, current mileage, probably closer to 100,000, but let's just say 100,000. And we'll hit save. We'll have all these templates to choose from. You can choose what you want or narrow them down here. So I'll leave the air conditioner, air filter, brake line, spec does not apply, differential. Since the vehicle does its own oil change, but we're going to leave oil check so we don't forget to check it every month or so or every few weeks. Fuel filter, the bearing, since we grease it, we do it at the shop there. I won't worry about the grease reminders, but the headlights, license renewal, signals, tires, tire pressure check, transfer case, transmission check, and fluid change. So save that. It'll hit the real-time database so that you can share that with your team. On tires, you put all your tire information in here. I won't take the time to do that. Skip through that. All right, and then these are all your different reminder settings here, items to track. Now note on air conditioner, it's doing it by a due date. Typically, I would do it by a mileage. But the great thing about MaintMax is you can run both mileage and specific date. So let's say that we're going to do the air conditioner, say every 25,000 miles. Let's say that we've got 20,000 miles to go, and then every 25,000. So you see how we're doing that? You don't have to go change your fluids or do some maintenance on your vehicle before you can enter it in MaintMax. You can just say, okay, this is how many more miles I've got left, and then I'm going to repeat every 25,000. Same thing on air filter. If your air filter is 12,500 miles from needing change, and then you're going to do it every 25,000, just go. So we go through like that. You don't really have to hit save, but when you save it, collapses, it takes you back to the main menu. It's already saving as you enter, so don't fret if you make a mistake there. And then all the items are loaded here for you to go back. Hit the plus sign if you need to go through and change anything. All your reminders will show up on the bell. So just click finalize, hit save, and then that'll be in the history of the item. History can be viewed in this side menu, maintenance history, right there. If you want to see if you don't have hundreds of vehicles like some big companies do, see all your top right hand button there will show all your equipment, and the location button will show you your equipment by location. So you can move this equipment around very easily through the edit, and depending on if you're in construction, you have several lots where you're keeping equipment, you want to know what is where, you can move that equipment around as it changes locations. Very handy. The customer function of the locations is for service companies that are keeping track of customers' equipment, so they can just keep that separate and know what locations their customers' equipment is at. And that's pretty well how you use the asset maintenance part of MaintMax. Free to use for up to 15 assets or items. After that, it's very low cost for up to 50 items or the professional version. So check that out at MaintMax.com. That's M-A-I-N-T, Max.com. And here we're going to start work orders. Work order button on the bottom. and you'll enter your work order, title, description. Let's call it important. We can take a picture of the item if we want to. Hit that picture icon, take a picture, and we can use that here in the office. We'll just put a description there. And the good thing about this picture, this document storage, is you can have multiple documents related to that work order. So if you want to attach a manual, anything you need to attach, hit close. Okay, the due date, due time, and then the location it's at. So let's say we're going to work at something here in the office. We can assign that to whomever. Okay, so then we'll hit save. The great thing about this software is the time tracker. On time tracker, we can go pick that Cadillac. We can hit select, and it will keep track of the mileage we use on this work order. Okay, we're going to double check the mileage. We're going to hit travel to. Just double, I hit it twice there. I'm going to arrive the work order. It's going to start counting how much time it takes me on the work order. If I get a call, if I'm billing this out, I can pause it to be fair to the customer. If I pause and I'm going somewhere else, I can change the mileage. If I'm just on the phone, I can just close that. We resume. Once that work order is done, it verifies the mileage. And then you can go to travel report and see where your employee has been when he clocked in. Very handy for tracking time and mileage reports to verify what's being spent where. You can also do a checklist. Load a template. This is a previous template I created. You can do a new checklist and have multiple, and you can move these around. We won't go through all that. You can even attach a contract here with the contract button. And so that kind of shows you the power of work orders. And that's pretty well how you use MaintMax. It's free to use for up to 15 assets or items. After that, it's very low cost for up to 50 items or the professional version. So check that out at MaintMax.com. That's MaintMax.com.